Well, hello everyone. It is great to be back here in good old Tennessee. As a Tennessee graduate, Tennessee volunteer, it's hard to stay in Alabama for too long, if you know what I'm saying. I know. The Vols are bad. But we ain't here to talk about the Tennessee Vols versus the Alabama Crimson Tide. No, we are here to break down some of my notes following Talladega. And I do want to go ahead and put this out there. There's a few things to update on. One, I actually communicated with MSG Highlights today. And overall, I think he's a good kid. I think he meant well. He took blame. He admitted what he did was wrong. He knows what he did. And again, that's it for that. Let's get back on subject, though. Yeah, I said I was going to be giving you guys some ARCA and Xfinity Series coverage on Saturday. I wish I could say everything about what happened about that, but I can't. So, sorry. We didn't get the access that we thought we were going to. And there's definitely some things need to get worked out still. There is a lot more behind the scenes that is not done yet. We will get it worked out, and things will work out. I promise you that. I don't know what it's going to take. Things will work out. We're just going to leave it at that. Let's talk about Talladega, though. I did end up sitting in the grandstands for both races. I wish Jeffrey Earnhardt had won, to be honest with you. I like Noah Gragson and all. I'll take a Gragson win. But I was deeply hoping to see Jeffrey Earnhardt pull that off. But, it is what it is. Then, Talladega Cup race. Overall, great day. Me and Claudia got to camp. We'll have a vlog about our camping experience coming out later this week. I can't say anything too bad. I mean, it felt like a usual Talladega race. It was definitely better to me compared to like the 2018 one I was at, where 4 SHR cars were broke away from the entire pack. But what we do have to talk about, though, is the race winner, Ross Chastain. And that leads us into the title of today's video. Is Ross Chastain the overall championship favorite for the NASCAR Cup Series now? Well, it depends on a few things you want to look at. So let's take a look back to a few weeks ago at Circuit of the Americas. That was right when Ross Chastain was hot off of a strong run of top 3 finishes. And he definitely proved that, he was capable of being right there at the end, and he has for most of the season. We are now, I'm wanting to say, 10 races in, and we have had only 2 drivers win more than one race, one of those being Ross Chastain, the other being William Byron. And in Ross Chastain's first win at Circuit of the Americas, it was a classic finish. You had Bowman, looked like he was going to steal it, then you had AJ Allmendinger trying to bully his way into it. Ross Chastain didn't put up with anything. He shoved AJ Allmendinger, and, Alex Bowman was kind of a victim of all that. Ross Chastain went on to get his first win there at Circuit of the Americas. And, yeah, that was a great day. Ross Chastain himself, this is now his 6th top 5 of the year, and also 6th top 10. Every top 10 he's had has been a top 5, and 2 of those have been wins. This is definitely a career any driver should be happy about, but he is a little further down in the standings. He's actually not even in top 5. So if you want to say, is he the championship favorite? This way of the way NASCAR's playoff system works, yeah, it kind of is. It puts him into a unique situation where, yeah, he does have 2 wins. That's great when we go into the playoffs to start. Granted, there's going to be more guys getting more than 1 win, I'm sure. But right now, he's one of only 2 guys who has that. As far as where he sits, let's take a look at the standings real quick. So right now in the true standings, when you look it up on Racing Reference, we have Ross Chastain sitting in 9th, actually, with 2 wins and 6 top 5, 6 top 10s. But his average finish, though, is 13.5. And a lot of this still has to do with, your stage points and all that. But you have your top 5 being Chase Elliott, Ryan Blaney, William Byron, Kyle Busch, and Alex Bowman. Even without a win, Chase Elliott is still doing Chase Elliott things. And William Byron is obviously up there with 2 wins, and he's had a great season. Alex Bowman, even though he's only had 2 top 5s, he's also had 6 top 10s this year, plus a win. As far as Ross Chastain goes, though, everything about that team is great. I really like what we're seeing out of Trackhouse Racing. And you do got to remember, he had a couple races there at the beginning of the year that did not go the way they wanted it to. He was in the right place at the right time for Talladega. And I said this on Twitter, and maybe I got some flack for it, but I'll stand on it. Eric Jones had that 1-1 coming to the line. But he made a crucial mistake, and he lost that race. No one did anything to Eric Jones. He should have stayed on the bottom. That move was never going to work by Kyle Larson. And I'm confused of why he did what he did. He shouldn't have thrown the block on Kyle Larson, who was gonna wreck into Kurt Busch to make that move work. That much momentum, that short of a gap, I just don't think that Larson would have made that pass. So Eric Jones, I think, should have been our winner. But he wasn't, because he made a mistake. He lost that race. Ross Chastain, right place, right time, smart driving. Ross Chastain won the 2022 Geico 500. So does that make him a championship favorite? I think, yeah. You're going to have 4 guys at the end of the season who are contending for a championship. How is Trackhouse Racing going to do when we get to Phoenix? If they're there, I don't know. That has to wait to be seen. They ran really good in the spring race. So obviously if they get all the way to Phoenix in the championship 4, I like their odds because they was right there at the end of it, getting a top, you got second that one, right? Second, third? I ain't looking at the stat page, so I'm just guessing here. I think he got second. Might be wrong. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong. But Ross Chastain and his team on a lot of different tracks this year have proved that they can do it. Trackhouse Racing, I've been saying since last year, is legit. And I think just absorbing the assets from Chip Ganassi Racing just took them in a whole other direction. Justin Marks, they have a great organization there. I'm obviously always going to compare them to 2311 Racing. And right now, even though 2311 Racing got a win first, the answer is clear as day who was the better team right now. And that is Trackhouse Racing. They have a great organization with great people working there who know exactly what they're doing. Daniel Suarez, he is even going good too. I think he's going to get a win here soon as well. It's not just going to be a Ross Chastain show over there. I think Suarez is going to be able to break through and get that win here soon. But Chastain, I would say, even though William Byron right now is looking better, I'm going to actually say Ross Chastain is my favorite to win a championship this year. I don't know how you guys think about this, but I like what I'm seeing out of Chastain. I see a well-determined guy who has fought back from adversity. You know what he used to drive back in the day. There's nothing that needs to be said about that hasn't been said already. Ross Chastain is a certifiably great driver, and I don't think that there's any denying that. Now, what can Ross Chastain do the rest of the year? That's something that still has to be seen. Granted, we are 10 races in, and I think at this point, we should have a well idea of who's good and who's not. And right now, I think Chastain is looking good enough. I think, this could be the next Martin Truex story. Truex was obviously, he fell down a lot in the early part of his career, and then through Furniture Row Racing, they became a champion. We could be looking at the next, underdog champion right now. The Watermelon Man, smashing melons, taking names, whatever you want to say about him. Actually, 2 weeks ago now at Bristol Motor Speedway, my wife and I we're down in the basement area of the media center there at Bristol Motor Speedway. They had a nice catered dinner there, real nice setup for Easter. I was going over to chat with my buddy Elijah Burke with RFK Racing, and he's talking to this lady in a Ross Chastain shirt, and I'm like, "Who's this?" And I, kind of said, "Hey, Elijah," and he had to run off and carried a conversation with her. Turns out, me and Claudia were talking to Susan Chastain, Ross's mom, and we had a great conversation with her. She told us a lot about how Ross grew up, the kind of family home that him and his brother grew up in with the Chastains down in Florida. Everyone knows that they're the Watermelon Man, but I got to really meet the family that he came from. I got to meet his mom, know a lot about her. Nice lady, very nice lady. She loved hearing my story of how I went to college, wanted to work in NASCAR and social media. I didn't have the experience when I got out of college, so didn't get an opportunity. Had to make my own door, which is, what I've done with DannyBTalks. And she appreciated that story. She said it was a lot like Ross's story. And, she's a great person to chat with. It was an unexpected conversation, and we carried a conversation with her for 20 minutes. And, again, I can say nothing but great things about his mom. She's a great lady. It just made me like Chastain a little bit more. Who doesn't like Ross Chastain? I might be surprised. I look in the comment section. Oh, I don't like the Watermelon Man. He gets watermelon all over the track. That's blah, blah, blah. It is what it is. I like Ross Chastain. I like Trackhouse Racing. I like what I'm seeing. I think, I want to see Ross Chastain win more this season. I want to see the results keep coming. I could very easily see the number 1 car, Ross Chastain, being the championship favorite this year. A lot probably will change, but I think they've got it. I think they got it figured out over there at Trackhouse Racing under one team. Let me know what you guys think down below. If you think that Ross Chastain is the championship favorite, There's a lot to talk about in the coming weeks. We've got some more great content coming out this week. We might be changing up a little bit here and there. You might see a few new things here on the channel, but appreciate you guys checking out this latest NASCAR discussion. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe if you are new to DannyBTalks for more great motorsports content here on my channel, including NASCAR and other series. And until next time, though, I hope you guys have a great day, and thanks for watching. Bye, guys.
Hey race fans, thanks for watching this video from DannyBTalks. If you're new to my channel, please be sure to hit subscribe and click the notification bell so you never miss another video from my channel.